Sunday fun day. Alright, we're gonna start in here today because it's hot. It's like 1:30ish something. 1:40. 90 degrees already. And yeah, it's a little cooler in here, so we're gonna hang on here for a second. Talk about the backside of the mullet. I don't think the front's looking that great right now either. So yeah, we'll start right here with chemicals that went down this week. So we threw down some, I believe it was Merit for grubs. Actually, it's got 0.21 pounds of nitrate in it as well. And then I threw down a spray of, what was it? Speed Zone. So Speed Zone for the weeds. I've been pulling crabgrass. Holy crap. That new lot just opened up and crabgrass just took advantage of that. So yeah, it's bad. I'm not seeing it in my yard, but over there, nuts. So hopefully that'll knock it out. Not that I haven't already done most of it with my hands. Had an issue with something I never thought would be an issue, which makes sense, I suppose. So Merit is a granular, and granulars are what people usually use because they're super easy. I rarely use granular. I don't like it because I don't have a good spreader. I don't have a good way to put it down. Sure, it's easy, but if you don't have a good spreader, you're still kind of fucked. So good luck with that. But at any rate, I'd rather do sprays, which obviously have way more potential for failure. If you don't know what you're doing, overspray, overlap, percentages down, heat of the day, there's a lot of humidity. There's things that need to be considered, or you burn your lawn up real quick with the spray. So anyhow, I burnt my lawn up with a granular, not completely, obviously. We'll probably start there, but at any rate, yeah, I got some burn, and it's from the granular. So I didn't read it. The dude who sold it to me, usually pretty on point, told me not to worry about it. He said wait till right before July 4th and throw it down. And as stated, I was in the garden out there and saw grubs, barely any, honestly, so it was a waste of time, I'm sure of it. But they were coming up, so I figured throw it down. Plus, like I was saying last week, I had, and I still have, not grubs, but snails, slugs, eating up my dahlias. So I thought, maybe a little, grub slugs might help. I don't know if it helped at all, so I gotta figure out something with slugs over there. But at any rate, the 0.21 is not slow release like I thought it was going to be. So fast release urea, just like anything else I put down, except for I don't do it at 0.21 at a time ever. And I definitely do not water in at 90 degrees, which is what I did. So that's why I don't fuck with granulars. At any rate, I may need a Lesco spreader, something that's actually doing what it's supposed to do, if I'm going to try to do anything like that again. Thank God I didn't try to do a neighbor's house or anything with my shitty spreader with this stuff. I guess I would have read it for sure at that point. I don't like to take chances with anybody else's stuff, but mine, I think I know what I'm doing here, to that extent, obviously. We learned a lesson. But, yeah, weed treatment. Cleaning up in here, as stated. Getting all this back. This little area. Got them clean. Did some brand new. It's got issues with the card, though. It needs to be cleaned. And it's got some super funky linkage going on down to stricter, all kinds of weird stuff. But, yeah, buddy. Dig some trenches out front. gutters for the sidewalks. They got spots that like to hold water, so I'm hoping if I can get it to run off a little bit extra, it'll be a little bit better. Same thing when it snows. Mr. Frosty Cat, man. What you doing, Mr. Frosty Cat? He likes to hang out all the time. He's looking like Scooter's close. What you doing, Frosty? Chilling the fuck out. Yeah? I think I'm gonna stand here for a minute. Anyhow, good boy, Frosty. That's the backup. Different motor, maybe the same carb. Some spare parts, not many really, other than the frame. So we got this back here. Got this mostly emptied out. Stockpile. Getting ready to move the Civic out. She's going soon. Yikes. Cleaning up back here. This was all bamboo. Huge pile of bamboo. We got chipped, and then the leaves were all burnt. At least a yard of dirt, maybe a yard and a half that was pulled out of the front. I wouldn't call it dirt though. It's probably like 80% clay, 20% soil, so maybe 75, 25, but either way, it's nasty shit. So, pull that out, put some Pro Mix in, mix it in. I'll show you the mix when we get up there. So, big old boots. But we're getting there. Clean up this line. Move those frames and my scrap pile over there to the trailer. And out we go. Same thing with this. Not the trailer, but it's making its way out of here. So again, weed whip tricks. I learned this one last week, and I don't know if it works yet, but I'll let you know. So soak your line. It's supposed to soften it up a little bit so it's not brittle. Apparently after a couple months it gets brittle, especially if it's out in the heat in a truck or trailer or something, shed even. So yeah, put a little bit of moisture back in the line, and it's not as brittle, so it lasts longer, doesn't break as often. We'll see. Should be interesting. Zinnias, planted I think like 60 zinnias, I don't know. Still have more to go, so these are all doing good. These are the zinnias. Getting there. But I gotta work on the front a little quicker so that these girls can get in the ground. So I'm out of pots. Those are all my 1 gallons right there. That's all I've got. I got some 5s, but they're so big for those zinnias. I guess I could put 4 or 5 in a pot. I don't know. This has been on the back burner. My stupid little irrigation system keeps blowing out, and I'm not gonna have clips. I don't know. I might try and zip tie, but just to see if the zip ties will work. But that keeps happening. So, when that happens, this is just a mess, obviously. And there's no putting it on a timer so I can do it while I'm on the road or something like that. So that blows out while I'm on the other side of the state or something. Good luck. That water bill, much less whatever else it fucks up. So yeah, I haven't really been playing with it until I get better connections for it that I know aren't going to blow up. Yep. Everything's out of here that's staying. The peonies, I've got peonies on the side. I chopped it. They're the same, so plenty of peonies. This died back a little bit. We got a good mix of soil in there. This is 24 deep. So I'm gonna use this to backfill the wall and mix a little bit of sand, and then Pro Mix the same way. Mostly Pro Mix is going back in here, but that's the same dirt that'll stay there to be mixed in with Pro Mix. So that's about the ratio I'm looking at. I think I'll throw one bag of sand in there just to get rid of it. It's more stone than sand, really. A lot of small aggregate. It's nasty, but it ain't as nasty as this shit. All this little pea gravel from the clay. So getting in here. This is a project probably about half done. I'm not going to the wall, obviously, because I've got dahlias coming up. And I've got fake dahlias over there too. I don't know what that is, but that's funny. Kind of look close. That's a weed for sure. Anyhow, first dahlia bloom. I see it back there. I don't know if you can. There's a dahlia bloom back there. Just keep following me around. What's in there, buddy? This guy likes to hunt everything, bringing the mud wasps. Good. Good stuff. So, yeah. Man, where's my dahlia experts at? So this one's just beat down. It's got multiple things going on. It's not helping with this spigot's right next to it draining, I'm sure. So maybe some drainage. But this girl's doing good. This one beat down. Just beat. I mean, the backside's trying, but it's getting eaten. Pretty sure it's slugs. This one's looking pretty though. A little fuzzy. Same thing. Yeah. Just completely stripped and eaten. Beat down. Tiny. Doesn't like my soil. Beat down. It's not very doesn't like the soil. That one's just beat down. Trying. Yeah, got a big mama. This one's gonna be cool. Just going up. The difference between some of these you're seeing in height, like these big girls here, haven't been topped. So they're just gonna run up. I should top them still, probably, maybe. I don't know. Where's my dahlia clothes? So you can see when these were topped. Maybe I should still, I don't know if I top them. It might be too much at the top if I get topped now. I'm not sure. Because, like, obviously, well, maybe that was topped when it was low and it still grew a mane. Because I see some bottom growth there. Same difference. Got a little tiny one. Good cats. I don't know no better. Come on. Come on now. You know, we don't have leaves. It's going to make this hard. Look at that. Just eating. Decent. Decent. Yep. I'm watching this one here. So we got a bunch of burnout going on here, burnout there. bamboo spot, burn out there, burn out all the way out in the corner. So this is all chemical burn, for sure. Except for, cars have been on it, or my dumbass has been walking across it. I've been out here on my knees every day pulling this shit out. Crabgrass. But honestly, it's decent right now. I see a little here and there, but not nearly as bad as it was. It just infested it because it had all this extra room to do so. Just took advantage of it. So that's another reason I sprayed the other day. This corner just burnt out. Didn't get enough irrigation when I seeded, and like I said, burnt out. Same thing here. Torched. So got lucky out here. I did kind of hold back on it. I double ran this border actually, so not bad though, really. I'm gonna say that's a glyph spot, but I've never been out here with glyph, so that's a weird one. Definitely a burn. Not bad over here, except for where I've been fucking walking on it. A little burn out here, I guess. This side, burn, beat up, burn, beat up, burns, beat the fuck up. So I usually walk on the grass too much. It's not a big deal, and hopefully, research says it'll grow in thicker after all this, but we'll see. It's one of the reasons I try to tell people not to stay off my grass. As long as you're not trying to fuck it up, you're not out here in the rain. You're just, enjoying it, flat foot, and enjoy it. That's what it's here for. Walk on it, run on it, just don't put cleats on and start tearing shit up. Start digging in, You can see I've done all that over here myself when it's still alive, but it's just not happy. You're gonna reseed all of it. It's not gonna come back in this year. Stuff takes forever to grow, so we'll see. Kittens enjoying the tree. She found out he can climb and thoroughly enjoys now. It's cool, buddy. Follows me everywhere. I don't know if I mentioned what's going on up here. So you can see fresh growth. Green, yellows fading. So the rose bush is going to retake. It'll be alright. Azalea. Looking decent for just being replanted last night. I believe it was yesterday. These just waiting to go back in. Trying to figure out where I want to put them. I'm not positive, honestly. I want to put a boxwood on both sides of this. Like a super mini boxwood. Like Little Missies, I think they're called. They're like 18 inches square. 24 max, something like that. So as tall as the second stair maximum. Well, no, I guess that would be over the other, because that's 2 foot in there. But I'm looking for the tiniest boxwoods I can find, just to cap these steps. And then we'll run the blue rye, maybe on each side of those, or possibly on the corners. I haven't figured it out yet, honestly. I'm thinking about putting the rose on the corner where it was, but on the opposite side of that corner, so it's a little more hidden. But again, it'll grow up the side and take care of that side. And we'll have more face room out here at that point to do some ornamentals. Obviously, we're going to stack dahlias in a lot of this season, and we'll have plenty of room to dig again next season and figure out what, where and why. And if we want to shuffle, we shuffle again. It's what it is. Peanuts being cool. I never thought I'd even enjoy this. I pulled these out of the yard because, you know, bluebirds, squirrels, or blue jays and squirrels like to plant them. But, origami going on. Super cool. We'll do some research today and see how big they get. I think that's it. Me and Frosty gonna go chill the fuck out. It's 90 degrees. Thank God there's a little breeze. I got another hour before that has to shut down. Hopefully my batteries will be charged by then too. I ran out of battery out front today. And I got till 3 o'clock to run that. So, yep. Sun's out. Fun day Sunday. Sunday fun day. Enjoy it if you got it.